Hey everybody, this is Ben from Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom, and today we're going over the differences between the different dishwashers in Bosch's dishwasher line. To start, let's talk a little bit about what they all have in common. They all do include their precision wash system, which is a very technologically advanced way of making sure that your dishes get very clean. They all include some sort of drying system. What's unique about Bosch is that they don't actually use heating elements in any of their dishwashers, which helps to keep your Tupperware safe and keeps it from warping if you load it on the bottom level. They do also have some form of leak protection system. So let's get into the details. We're gonna start with this model right here, which is from their Essential line. The Essential line of dishwashers is Bosch's entry level, and it runs at 50 decibels, which compared to other entry-level dishwashers is actually very quiet. It does include several different cycles here. It has a heavy wash function for caked on grime. It has auto wash if you want to just set it and forget it. It's got a normal run cycle. It's got delicate for doing china, crystal, stemware, things of that nature. Speed 60 is going to wash and dry in under an hour, and it does have a rinse cycle. So if you did want to just rinse your dishes, it does have the option for that. You can do a delay start, and it does have a sanitize function to run an extra hot wash at the end of the cycle and kill 99.9% of germs. The upper rack actually does have some customization to it. You have this flip down thing for your stemware, and you do have a basket up here to keep your silverware in, so you have more space on the bottom level for pots, pans, and plates. You'll see on the inside of the door it's stainless, and on the inside of the tub. The only place you see plastic actually is on the bottom of the tub. Now that's fairly unique to Bosch. Most entry-level dishwashers have a fully plastic interior, keeps them cheaper, but they run louder. Plastic can hold smells, it can crack. So having a fully stainless interior is a really nice feature that Bosch does for you. And it also helps with their drying system. That's a lot of times why they don't need to use a heating element, is they actually use what they call their pure dry system in their entry-level dishwashers, which is an extra hot rinse cycle at the end of the wash to raise the heat of the dishes. And then actually the coolness of the stainless helps to pull the condensation off of the dishes, helping to dry things without actually needing a heating element. So like we were saying before, you can actually in these load Tupperware plastics on the bottom rack and not worry about them getting warped. This is the next step up in the line of dishwashers from Bosch, and it's one step above the Essential. You'll notice this one does actually come in an option that has a towel bar. It does also come in a pocket handle version, just like the Essential did. This one does also come in white and panel ready. You're gonna notice it does have an extra cycle option here, which is going to be your extra dry. Basically gives you a little bit hotter wash at the end and a little bit of extra time to help get those dishes extra dry. This does also run just a little bit quieter at 48 decibels. Just like the Essential have the plastic bottom, but compared to most hybrid tubs, this is as good as it gets. Most hybrid tubs are gonna be stainless on the inside of the door and plastic for the entire tub. This one, stainless for most of the tub and just plastic on the bottom. Where you're gonna see the differences here though is pretty obvious. We've got this third rack on the top. So third rack is going to give you even more storage space for spatulas, silverware, things of those nature. So you have even more room down on the bottom level. You do see that this is going to give you some additional options here too for adjustment, where you can use these handles on the side of your top rack to actually raise or lower the height of it to give you more room for tall things on the bottom rack. This does also have the same pure dry system, where it's just going to be the hot water rinse and the condensation drying, so safe for plastics. And then this does have what they call overflow protection, which is if the float in the bottom of the dishwasher senses that the water level in the tub is getting too high, it's going to actually just shut off the water inlet and stop providing water to the dishwasher. So a very safe option. That's also the leak protection system that you would see in the Essential model. Step up from the 100 series, and immediately you're going to notice some differences in the style options here. This one does come in this pocket handle style. You do also have the option to do a towel bar or panel ready. This also does come in just stainless. So if you want a white or black dishwasher, we're actually getting out of the area where you can actually get those. So if you want to do white or black, typically you do have to stick to the Essential or the 100 series. What you'll notice with the cycle options here is this does give you an additional option here to do a half load, which what's nice there is if you do have a half load and you just want to save some water, but you want to run your dishwasher more often, you have that option with this one. So a very obvious difference is you're gonna notice that this is a full stainless tub. So instead of having the plastic on the bottom like the 100 in the Essential series, this one is full stainless all the way through. And where that's gonna help you out is actually it lowers the sound level a little bit. This one runs at 44 decibels, which is starting to get very, very quiet for a dishwasher. This one does still have this third rack option, so you have more room on the bottom for your plates and pots and pans. This does have the adjustable upper rack here. And now you're going to start seeing some adjustable tines down here on the bottom rack as well, which is going to be a nice feature for some customization. Lastly, this is where they upgrade their leak protection system, and it now has what they call AquaStop. So AquaStop takes their overflow protection a step further, where instead of just cutting off the water intake into the dishwasher if they notice the water level getting too high, this one is actually going to manually start running the drain pump as well. So those are the main differences you're going to see with the 300 series, and this is starting to get into their mid-range options or kind of the deluxe dishwashers from the line. So this one, stylistically, is a little bit more limited. It does only come in this pocket handle version, and it only comes in white or stainless. So you don't have the option to do a towel bar or a panel ready option with the 500 series, but it does run at 44 decibels, just like the 300 series. So still a very quiet dishwasher. Let's take a look at the cycles, because this does give you a couple of options that are additional to what you would have gotten with the 300 series. So you notice it does still have everything, including the half load, but where you get some upgrades here is this is the first one that actually starts to upgrade the drying system. So you have what's called auto air that you can turn on with this one, where it actually uses the same condensation-based drying system as the other ones, where it's a hotter wash cycle that then evaporates the water off of the dishes. But this one with auto air is going to actually, at the end of the cycle, pop open about that far to vent the steam out of the inside and help things dry more quickly and more thoroughly. It does also include an extra scrub option, so if you have heavily soiled dishes, things that have sat for a while and haven't had a chance to soak, you can run that and really give them an extra thorough washing. So you notice again, this one is fully stainless on the interior, and it does have now an adjustable third rack. So instead of a standard third rack that's just one height throughout, you can actually raise and lower some of the portions of this upper rack to give you a little bit more adjustment and customization options, allow you to fit more different options on the top here. Another option that comes with the 500 series that's an upgrade is you do get the easy glide system on the upper rack. So if you've got a lot of heavy dishes, this actually is on ball bearings, so it glides a lot easier than a lot of the other upper racks, and does still have the stemware option here. The bottom rack, you're gonna notice this has even more adjustability in the tines, where you can raise and lower these darker colored ones to give you more options for placing large or awkward dishes in the bottom rack here. So where the 3 and the 500 were basically the deluxe version, the mid-range, now we're getting into the top end. These are the premium dishwasher offerings from Bosch. You'll notice this one does have the towel bar option again. You do also have the option to do a pocket handle or this black stainless color. 800 series does also come in a panel ready version. So if you want to do a custom panel on the front, you have that option with these ones. Depending on the model in the 800 series, you can go anywhere from about 40 to 42 decibels, depending on the specific model. What you're going to notice with this one is you get an additional option here. So this is another one that gives you now even a further upgrade to your drying system is a big advantage of this one, where it has what's called crystal dry. You're going to notice that as you start looking inside these, it's that triangle in the back corner. And what that is it's a system that has minerals inside of it that naturally get warm when they react with water. So basically you get the mineral wet, it gets up to about 172 to 175 degrees. And so whereas with the pure dry system, they're going to get up to about 162 degrees, this one gets up a further 10 degrees hotter to help even more with that condensation-based drying. So again, no standard heating element. So even with these ones, you do have the option to place your plastics and Tupperwares on the lower level without damaging them. You're going to see with this one, the top rack is even more adjustable, where you do have the options to raise and lower the outsides, but then the middle has a My Way rack where you can actually raise and lower the middle part of this as well. The top does still have the Easy Glide racks. Does have your crystal and stemware holder. This one does come with a silverware basket, and with most of the Bosches, you can actually, if you prefer to have a silverware basket, you can order one. Many of them don't come with it standard. Depends on the model though, so check with your salesperson when it comes time to actually put the order in and see if you do need to order one of these separately or if you're okay with just having that third rack option. A lot of people like to have their silverware up top, but personally for me, I like having this basket so I can take it out, take it over to the drawer and actually unload it that way. So pretty much a personal preference thing. Just be aware of the option. Next, we're going to talk briefly about the Benchmark Series dishwasher. We don't actually floor one here in our standard showroom because it's ultra premium, basically one step short of luxury. So we do have some of our luxury showrooms, if you use our store locator. Any of our fine line locations will actually floor a Benchmark Series if you want to stop in and take a look at one. So definitely check the link in the description, go to our store locator if you did want to find one of those locations close to you. We do also carry them online, so our online team is happy to kind of walk you through that. But the big difference once you get to the Benchmark Series is it's even quieter. They run about 38 decibels, which gets into that whisper quiet range where it's really hard to actually hear that those things are currently running. Does still have the same adjustable top rack, does have the crystal dry system. This one has an additional leak protection feature, which is the 24/7 Auto Stop Plus, which in addition to stopping the water inlet, manually starting the drain pump, it has an additional hose around the outside of the hose for a backup leak protection, basically. This one does have your same touch controls as previous models. You're also going to get, though, with this one, it has the glide racks on both the top and the bottom, and it does also have an internal water softener. So actually softens the water even more for you. And the Benchmark Series does come in this towel bar option, does come in a pocket handle option, and it does also come in a custom panel ready option, but it does only for the towel bar and the pocket handle come in stainless steel. So if you do want to get this black stainless option, the 800 series is unfortunately your only option. But those are the main differences between the Benchmark and the 800. Another feature actually as well that I just remembered is the Benchmark Series does have a light on the inside. So depending on your lighting situation, if you do need that extra light, it does come with the Benchmark. Well, that's our overview of the current line of Bosch dishwasher models. Obviously, there's a lot of different model numbers out there. So if there's anything you think we missed, anything you have further questions on, please leave a comment down below. We're happy to help as in any way that we can. As always, if this was helpful to you, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up right below the video here. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Make sure to turn on your notifications if you want to see everything that we put out. And until next time, keep it clean.